Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love. Today I've got a really nice used coach for you. This is a 2022 Superstar 4059 floor plan, which is the full wall slide with a bath and a half in it. Really a good layout. This unit only has 13,500 miles. It's in great shape. So anybody looking for a used Super C, let me know if you have any questions on this. Let's go ahead and get started walking around the outside. First of all, take a look at the awnings. We've got the roof mount Girard awnings, which go the whole length of the coach. Really gives you a great area to hang out, get some shade on the hot days, or maybe if it's sprinkling and you still want to be out here watching TV, gives you a really good area. A couple of things as we're walking by the chassis I'll talk about a little bit and then point out inside. Newmar has the air ride cab, which is unique. It gives you a more comfortable ride, and you can kind of see the baffle system right here. Now, for starters, these are on the M2 106 chassis. It has an 8.9 liter Cummins, which is a 360 horse, gives you about 1,150 foot-pounds of torque, and you get 20,000 pounds towing with this. So designed for people that are taking their toys, you know, off-road or need a little bit more towing capacity. The Super Cs are great units if you like to do your own work also. Let's take a look at the storage compartment. Right up here in the first compartment, not a real big one, but over here we do have an auxiliary air pump. You can hear it when it turns on there. Maybe you've been sitting for a few days, you want to air up your seats, or you've got a water toy or something you want to run a compressor for. You've got that auxiliary one right there. And then over in this compartment's just another large storage compartment. One thing I like to talk about with the Newmar is their flush wall slides. You can see that right here, and they truly do set inside the sidewall. They trim out nice and even. The beauty of that is the wind, the rain, it doesn't get driven in here. If you're going down the road at 60 miles an hour and you've got a driving rain, they can get behind that seal there and leak on the inside. But with these flush wall slides, it prevents that. Plus they're much quieter. You don't hear the wind noise. So really nice feature. Kind of unique to the Newmars and some of the other high-end products. 3-step hydraulic entry when you go into the main coach. Over here we've got another very large storage area. And one thing you'll notice, there's a strip of LED lights that comes on every time you open a compartment door. That's going to turn on. This one, we happen to have our TV, and you can see because of this slide, you have to be careful. You know, it'll basically stop right here, but if you want, or if this slides in, you can push this all the way up. But you do get a 41-inch TV there, pulls out, it articulates, has a nice sound bar with it. Over on the left, you can also see you've got your freshwater drain. And that's a large, like a 2-inch drain, so it actually drains pretty quick. Back here, this up here is actually our egress door behind the toilet. A nice safety feature, and you also notice this is flush wall, flush with your slide out, or with your sidewalls also. In this back storage compartment, this kind of makes the Newmars a little bit unique. The way they set this up, so you do get some complete pass-through storage. You've got a little bit of area up on top of your main chassis rails there. Over here on the left, you can see we've got our vacuum system. Now you can bring your hoses out and clean out your outside compartments, or you can hook them up inside. And I'll show you that when we get in there. And then in this compartment, a little bit more pass-through storage. You can see our reducer. That'll take it down to a 2-inch insert if you're towing a trailer or a tow vehicle or something like that. And then right here we've got a latch to release our back cap. And you can see what they give you for storage here. This is some type of awning or cover. Like I said, this is a pre-owned coach. They left a little bit of their stuff. But you've got storage here for bigger lawn chairs or maybe a camp table or something like that. A couple of racks here for, you know, tools, oil, anything you need. It just gives you a nice space, easy to access. Also, when we're back here, we'll take a look at what we've got for towing. So this is rated for 20,000 pounds. You get this 2.5-inch receiver, which reduces to 2-inch. We saw that just a minute ago. Over here, we've got our standard 7-way plug. Then we also have a hookup for a camera here, your Voyager camera. Maybe you've got a stacker trailer. You want to keep an eye on what's behind that, or maybe a horse trailer with a camera inside. You can toggle back and forth between this camera here and the one on your trailer from the cab, so you can keep an eye on everything. And as you see, we've got a couple of cameras on the back wall here. This is nice for when you're hooking up a trailer. You can look straight down. It also gives you the broader view out behind you. Great looking cap, by the way. Okay, let's move on down the driver's side. And again, over here you can kind of see the pass-through. And down on the bottom here on the left, you can see that's where our main drain is. We have electric dump valves up in the water compartment. Little cubby here, I see they've got their sewer hose stored in here right now. And then this is the water compartment. Again, this is a 2022. One of the things I like to point out is the way they etch these on here, so they don't peel off. You know, a few years later, you're not wondering which way to turn the valve when you're gonna manually fill your tank or auto-fill it from a city water source. These are your black and gray dump valves. They are electronic, and they're up in a heated area, so you don't have to worry about freeze-ups. You do have a whole house filter here, outside sprayer. You can see this is connected to our winterization kit, which is right here, easy to winterize it yourself. And then you do have your hot and cold water low point drains, a pump switch right there, everything easy to access. Up here you can see our 8,000 quiet diesel Onan generator. This will run both your ACs, your microwave, and one thing about this 8K generator, it's the most common one in the industry pretty much, so it's always able to get parts for. They're easily available. This is our battery compartment, and you can see there's 8 6-volt AGMs there. That is on a pull-out tray if you need to service them. Whenever you see the 8 AGMs, it tells you it's an all-electric coach. So you do have the induction cook surface and the residential style refrigerator. And over here you can see we've got our hydraulics for our levelers there. We also have our Oasis Chinook. This is our hydronic heater, and one of the reasons Newmar uses the Oasis is because it has 2 electric elements as opposed to just one in the AquaHot. So they both have a diesel element. With the Oasis, you get 2 electric, so on your cold days when it's maybe in the 45-50 range, once you have your coach warm, you can probably keep it warm on electric, not worrying about burning your diesel. So just a little bit quieter, more efficient system, and as Newmar's slogan goes, when you know the difference, there's a reason they use these components. And then finally, we have our 50 amp. We have a 50-foot power cord there on a power rewind. You can see our inverter over there on the right. You do have some inputs here for cable or portable satellite. Our surge guard over there. And then up here by the cab, behind this compartment, you have a fuel tank and your DEF tank on the driver's side. There are actually 2 50-gallon fuel tanks, one on each side, and they are connected, but Most of the time you want to fill them up separately. It just takes a long time to wait for it to cross over to the other tank if you're just relying on that little fuel hose. And the other thing, as we step inside, and this is a 22, they've made some changes, but basically it's the same. Great grab handles. You have a battery disconnect switch right here. This is for your chassis batteries. You see we do have an air ride seat, so if you want to air it up or let a little more air out as you're going down the road, you can lock it in place. You do have some nice lumbar supports there, and it is a heated seat. So very comfortable driver here. Okay, while we're back up front, let's take a look at the engine. Like I said, this is the 360 Cummins. It's an 8.9 liter, and everything is very easy to access. One of the beauties of the Super C is people that like to work on them themselves. They can get in here if they're going to change their own oil, get to their water separator right here, power steering fluid, dipstick, fuse box. Everything's easy to access. As we come around, take a look on the other side. We have our coolant here, windshield wiper fluid. This is our air filter. There is a little gauge here to tell you when it's getting dirty and when you need to think about changing out your air filter. And this cab is a soft close type unit. If a gust of wind comes up and blows it over, it doesn't slam down hard on your head. You can see it closes nice and soft there. There we go. Okay, let's step inside, take a look at the floor plan. I wanted to leave the slides in it first so I can show you what it's like when it travels. So as you can see, with the slides in, there's actually plenty of room. This is probably the tightest spot right here, but I don't have any trouble standing, you know, forward or turning sideways. You can work your way through. If you have some bigger dogs, they're not stumbling trying to get through here to go jump up on the bed. Makes it easy to access your refrigerator. You do have a bath and a half floor plan. You can step into the bathroom very easily. And like I say, the bed here would come up and touch the dresser if the bed slide was in. But you can get all the way to your bedroom very easily. Then when it is time to open it up, most of your controls are right here above the door. First of all, let me show you a nice little safety feature. We've got a step cover right here. If you do have pets or small kids or something, you're worried about them falling down in the step well, it's nice to be able to close that. I'm going to go ahead and run these front slides out. What am I? There we go. Again, this is the 4059 floor plan, so it's just shy of 41 feet long. Over here on the driver's side, we have a full wall slide. When that opens up, it really makes it a roomy coach. And there we go. This one does come with a couple of ottomans here. Now that is a pull-out sleeper. You have a queen sleeper. I'm not going to pull that out today. Those are kind of nice when you're watching TV. And let me show you where your televator is. Right over here across from the couch. It's by the dinette. And this dinette, by the way, does convert to a sleeper. I pointed out before, when you see this angled piece, and most of them have a little latch right here, which allows you to lower this tabletop, make this into a sleeper. So with the queen bed there, you've got room for two. You've got room for a couple of kids here. You've got a king bed in the back. Could easily sleep 6 people. And that's where our televator is. Now, overhead here, got a little storage. You can see those are all of the owner's manuals up there. This compartment typically is for video components. Now, you do have a satellite dish. You could get your own box for Dish or Direct. A lot of people are using streaming services anymore. That's what this compartment is for. Sound bar with your TV. A little more storage over here. And then again, over the door, we have most of our main controls. Right here, this is for our Girard awnings. They are 110 awnings, by the way, so you either need an inverter on or to be plugged in, or your generator or something to have 110 power. There's your wine guard for your satellite, tank monitors and so forth. That tells you that our inverter is working right there. Can monitor our power source, see what's on, what's off. This is our levelers, and they are full auto levelers. This is our Oasis control. Now, I mentioned your hydronic heating. You do have one diesel element. That's right here. And then you can see there's two separate electric. AC is for alternating current, not for air conditioner. So you can turn on, both your electric and your diesel burner all at once if you come out and say it's below zero and it's just bitter cold and you want to warm this up in a hurry. You can use all of those burners at once. Slide controllers right here. Master reset for your HWH steps. If they ever seem to not be coming out or going back in, you can hold this for 5 seconds to reset it. That was our step cover. Locks for our compartment doors. Entry door lock. We do have a block heater here, and then some security lights outside. So everything really nice, and it's right here as soon as you step in. You also get a shade for hair. Nice to pull that down at night. Across from the door, let's take a look at the kitchen and living room area. Again, we've got a height-of-bed couch here, but oftentimes you'll get theater seating or recliners, which are nice to put your feet up. But if you want the sleeper, you don't get those extensions. So having the ottomans is a nice feature. Makes it a comfortable spot to sit here and watch TV. Overhead here, we've got 3 more storage compartments. And I like the way Newmar, offsets their cabinets, puts some nice crown molding. They do a beautiful job. These are all built in-house, 100% solid wood cabinetry, hidden hinges, great looking hardware there. Okay, that's right next to our kitchen. Over here in the kitchen, we do have a little extension we can flip up here if we need more room when we're prepping food. We do have access to some storage down there. This one even comes with the pull-out trash bin. We have a very large double undermount stainless steel sink with residential style sprayers. This makes it nice for cleaning up, to just brush things in here. And then when you are washing dishes, you've got plenty of room there. Okay, overhead we've got a little bit more storage up here. Then we do get a convection microwave. It's amazing how little these are used sometimes when we see the used coaches. Below the microwave, we have our induction cook surface. So any metallic pan, anything a magnet will stick to will work with your true induction. That includes your cast iron. One of the nice features is I can lift this right out, unplug it, take it outside under my awning and cook outside if I'd like to. And you get some nice cutting boards on the back side of this. Okay, underneath we do have a dishwasher. Now that's not going to open unless I have 110 power, so I can't show it to you right now. A large silverware drawer. And all of these drawers are soft close. Here you get a little touch-up paint for the outside. And then 3 more drawers. And again, everything has the soft close feature. Next to the galley, we have our residential. I think this is a 19.7 foot refrigerator, and we still have a load of ice in here. You can tell this unit just got traded in. It's very clean, like I say, 13,500 miles, in excellent shape. Across from the refrigerator, well, before we show our half bathroom, we do have a nice pantry here. You have to push in on those doors to get them to release, but very heavily built. You can see the cabinetry, the joints here. And they must have some LED lights. Yep, have them inside. I can see that they added. This is our half bathroom. And again, this door has a unique feature in that it's hinged in the middle. And you saw with the slide in when I came back here and opened this up, how easy it is, even if you're a larger person, to get in when that slide's closed all the way. So that's kind of a unique hinge there. And I'm just gonna open some of these up. Well, that's mainly fuses up there. And let me get out of the way so you can take a look at how much storage you do have in this one. With sleeping for 6, it's nice to have a bathroom for your guests. They don't have to walk through your bedroom in the middle of the night if they want to use it. And then while we're here, I'll open the other half and show you. You do have your fuses, your 12-volt fuses, your 110 breakers here. It's got a list of all your fuses, so if something's not working, this is the first place you want to come and check. Okay, as we step back into the bedroom area, first let me close this. We've got a nice solid wood door as a privacy door. And then when you step in, take a look at the bed. We do have a king bed. You notice there's pedestals on both sides of the bed that have a little storage. You've got 110 USB, USB-C ports right there. I guess those are just USB. So if you have a sleep apnea machine, you can put it on either side of the bed. Underneath here, that is the cushion when you make the dinette into a sleeper. These are the covers for your front window. You can see some of our vacuum parts right here. And as long as we're looking at the vacuum hoses, I'll show you right here as your inside. When you plug your hose in there, it'll come on automatically. Otherwise, when you're sweeping your floor, you can sweep it up right there, lift that up, and suck it into the outside compartment. Okay. Again, you've got the same on this side for 110 outlets, little storage. You do have a 110 outlet up above. You've got a couple of access ports on each side too. And then up here, you notice you've got some of the panels, the light panels. So you can turn all your lights on and off actually from there, or just your reading lights. Across from the bed, we've got our wardrobe area. You can see a nice shirt closet there. We get the, what's that, the 32-inch TV. Over here we have another compartment for video components. And then 5 nice, deep, full pull-out drawers. You can see how far they come out. And all of those have the soft close feature. Another shirt storage over on this side. This unit does have the awnings, the window awnings, and those switches must be up front, but you have one for this window, one for your kitchen, and then one for your dining window also. So we move back into the bathroom area. For starters, we've got our stackable washer and dryer. Next to that, we have a little bit more wardrobe area. And you can see there is a safe there. This compartment pulls up, so if you want to take it out and you've got longer, you know, evening gowns or coats or something, or even to store maybe a snowboard or a pair of skis or a shotgun or something, you'd have room right there, a little longer compartment. And then again, 4 more of these drawers, and you can see how far out they'll come. Over here we've got our medicine cabinet. Great looking backsplashes too, and hardware here. A nice undermount sink. And then a little bit more storage here. And then you do get a nice corner shower. Now, I know the corner showers aren't as roomy as some of the other ones, but you know, you can see I've got plenty of room to stand in here. There is a little skylight. If you're over 6 foot, you can easily get in here and take a shower. If you're 6'4", 6'5", it's going to be getting a little bit tough, but hey, you know, one of the disadvantages of getting the tall gene. But beautiful surround on this. You do have the teak seat there. And it's also equipped with the water miser. What this is a system that'll help preserve your fresh water, and you don't fill your gray tank quite so fast. Basically, while the water's heating up, it's recirculating back to the fresh holding tank. Once that light turns color, you flip a switch, then you have hot water coming out. That's when you shower. You're filling your gray point at that gray tank at that point. But while you're waiting for that water to warm up, you're not wasting water and you're not filling that tank. Okay, and here is our porcelain bowl toilet. And behind it, we have our emergency exit. So we could pull this panel off, and there's a ladder that would drop down. Heaven forbid you do have to evacuate because of an emergency. It'll be a lot easier to get out through this door than through an emergency window. Okay, let's move back up to the cab. And while we're moving up there, take a look at the ceiling. This is your fantastic fan. Your air conditioning ducts are here. I love the way Newmar covers them. They give it a nice decorative color cover, but it's nothing too gaudy. Get those out of our way. Okay, back up here in the cab area. First, let's take a look at some of the storage that we've got. Now this panel here is for your universal tow module. If you get that, once you pair a credit card to it, any toll road in the country you can drive on and automatically takes care of that bill for you. A couple more over here. You've got some phone numbers there, both for Freightliner and for Newmar. Overhead, we do have a nice skylight, and let me see, where is that? There we go. And run that shade all the way up. At night, you might want to bring that all the way down. Kind of a nice feature. Now, you don't get the overhead bunk with the Superstar or the Supreme Air, but Newmar is coming out with a new Super C called the Grand Star, and that will have the option. Let me lower this. That's a little too high for me. There we go, much better. Okay, so let's take a look at our camera and monitor system. Of course, you know, mainly when you get into your camera, you've got a few different modes here. That's your normal one. I might want to look straight down on my hitch if I'm backing up to the hitch, or I might want more of a broader view. We can also check out our side cameras while we're here. And then, like all of them, you've got, excuse me, you've got your navigation there. You can go to your XM radio, Bluetooth in your phone, everything right here, easy to use, easy to access. And the dash itself is actually quite simple. You go across, you can see you've got a couple of ports here, 12 volt. This is your dump for your rear. So when you are backing up to a trailer, you can drop that, or maybe when you're leveling, you want to dump the air out so you've got more travel in your jacks. That's our shade switch. That's our camera if we want to toggle back and forth from our trailer camera to the house camera. There we go. Engine brake, you do have a 2-speed engine brake right there. Light test, when you do that, it goes through and checks all your outside lights. Cab ceiling lights there, docking lights, there's our gen button, house and chassis boost for emergency starts. You have a regen button right there. The suspension override, you don't use that very much, but it has to do with this air ride suspension, which kind of gives you a little bit more of a softer, more independent ride from having a solid lockdown chassis. Over here we have our window switches, our lock and unlock, mirror heat. Simple 6-speed Alison transmission right here at your fingertips. Now I know a lot of the newer ones have gone to the control on the column, so it keeps your hands and eyes forward, but I don't mind this at all. It's very easy to see, easy to find. If you want to lock your differential together. Over here on the left we have our cruise control and our lights. Again, very easy to access. There's a pedal here that I can tilt and telescope my steering wheel. Like I say, this is a 2022 model. It is the Superstar 4059 with about 13,500 miles. If you have questions on this one or want to come down for a test drive, please reach out to me. My name's Mark Love. I think they're showing my information there on the screen. Call or text at 970-631-0083. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help with your search. Like always, friends, drive careful, happy trails out there, and we'll see you next time.